Hello, my friends, my new friends, my old friends, everyone. Hello. I am yet another day in Daydreams by Hanna Karlzon. And I started this rooster. I was just going to sit here and relax and color something, and I found this rooster, and I love roosters. So I thought, sorry, swallowed wrong. I'll color along with you guys. I like to film them because I like to go back and see what I have done and how did I do that. So I'm using 2 Prisma permanent red and a cinnamon Prisma red. So I'll do his bottom little part here for you the way I did that. And I just simply, let me get it down so you're not seeing just my hand. I went around the edge and I gave it a really good press because I wanted it really dark around the edges. And I'm not worried about anything except for that. Just right along the edges, up through here, and up through here. Just giving it a good, solid, dark red. I just thought this little chicken, I've been watching him since I got the book. Because I guess he's not a chicken, he's a rooster. So we'll call him what he is. I'm good at calling he, her, and him, her off. Well, we'll just say he is a rooster. Okay. And then I just kind of started lightening up a little bit. I'm going to go around his little eye there, because just lightening up, not pressing hard, just coming back to a normal coloring. I'm very anxious to see how he's going to turn out. Because the more I look at him, I see his feathers are actually leaves. So this is going to be interesting how we do this. But I think it's going to be fun. I was posting some of my pictures on my Facebook for coloring for the fun of it, that anybody can join and post anything you want that you've colored. I will put it in the description. It's in a lot of them. I think I forgot to put it in the last couple. But if you want people to see and share with what you color, you're more than welcome to join that group and share your pictures. We all want to kind of show off our pictures. Now you see how it's really dark and then it gets light in the middle. And that's because of how we did it. And then I took my white and I just started pulling some white right up through them. And that just kind of also just kind of gives it a little more depth. And then maybe right up around his eye. We'll give it another shade. Like that. And I think that made a very pretty just to hold it up close so you can see that there are different shades even in the one, just the one that we did. And then I'm looking for a dark orange maybe. Here we go. Maybe more closer to mineral orange. I'm going to just go around the very bottom, and then I'm going to use the orange right around the top. I always leave a little white spot because it really makes a difference in your eyeball. Oh, let's see. Well, this is a Sharpie, but let me see if it's going to work. Wow, it actually has ink in it. And I like his little black part to be just a little bigger. Like that. And then here it is, my white gel pen. I'm going to put his little dot right there. I'm going to leave it like that for now. I'm just going to whiten that up. I got a little color on that one. So for his beak, I'm going to use the orange mineral again. And I'm going to just come around the bottom part. And the bottom part of the bottom. And I don't want to use orange. I want a different, where is my, sometimes they start hiding, okay? So there's not a lot of difference, but I'm going to use my goldenrod. I'm going to go on the top. I'm going to leave just a little bit, and then I'm going to come in with my jasmine. And it looks like I have to sharpen that just a little bit. I go back and forth from my electric to my hand sharpener. And now we're just going to kind of blend it a little bit. like that. Okay. And I think it needs just a tiny bit right there. Wasn't close enough. That's better. I could put just a little bit of white. Either it's not going to come out, or all of a sudden it's all going to come out. Whoops. Hit the camera. While we're doing these colors, okay, wait, I think I need to darken this. Okay, I got too far down. And I grabbed the wrong color on top of it. I'm still doing it. Oh, I got it in my hand. That's why I keep double checking myself. It's a good thing that red will smooth itself right out of there. And that's really not what I was trying to do. I was just trying to find oops, just something darker to do right at the beginning. You get used to using these little short ones, and then when you get a bigger one, you hit the camera. Sorry, didn't mean to knock you guys around. Here's a sepia. Maybe that's what I'm looking for. I just want to darken it a little bit right here at the beginning. That's better. And just soften it out. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and do his little feet while we're doing these colors. Do his little toenails. Okay. So I think I'm going to start with the goldenrod. And just go across his little legs like the lines. And then just color his feet. And we'll come back in and we'll shade it. Okay. I'm trying just not to blend them together. I'm just trying to let both of them show, but I'm not doing that great of a job. Probably because the little pencil needs sharpened. These are pretty close to the same color, even though they're not, when you start putting them together. Okay, now I'm going to come in with my, first of all, with my jasmine. I'm going to just go over, especially any light part, because that will put that lighter color into that. Let's give it another color. Okay, now I'm going to take my sepia. I'm just going to go over my black lines just a little bit. I'll just give it a little bit more shadow in between his toes, maybe a little bit at the end. And that's pretty good. And darken it a little bit at the top. That's a good idea. Glad you thought of it. Make a little shadow under his foot. Alright, then we're going to leave that alone. Alright, now let's start some fun part. What colors are we going to make this beautiful? So I'm thinking I want something really pretty. Sometimes this is just such a beautiful color in here. I think I'm going to pull out some of my Castle Arts and look in here for something just really, let's try a few colors. This is kind of what I pulled out of there. Turn it the other way so I can read them. Purple, deep purple, primary blue, and teal green. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm going to start working, and this one is just the purple. That's why I like some of the cheaper pencils, is because they got such pretty colors in them that you can get more vibrant. And what I want to try to do is put some of these colors so he looks like this part of him is just, I don't even know the word for it. Where a lot of colors kind of start coming through. Let's see, I don't know if there's going to be enough difference in this color or not. And I want to try to follow these lines. I don't think there's that much difference in those two colors. So I'm going to try the lighter blue, come up into it and come down. Just mixing our colors. I don't know if this is going to work or what it's going to look like, but we're giving it a shot. And now our teal. And then we're just going to keep working all these colors back into each other. Let's see what we can do to the teal. Just keep blending them. some places we're going to try to really accent each one of these colors. Look how pretty this is getting. Just keep working it, keep working it, keep working it, keep working it. Oh, sorry. Okay, where are we at? Where it'll take more color, let it have it. Let that color shine through, like in the blue, the purple, the teal down here. We don't want to go too crazy because we want that blue to shine through. We want the teal to shine through. Isn't that pretty? Okay, let's go back to our teal. We've got to be careful because our teal is our lightest color, and we want that to shine through too. Make sure I had the right color. I do. I'm not going to do the very, very bottom until I get done, so that I'm not Alright, now let's take just a little bit of white right down in here, just along the edge a little bit, just a little bit. Okay, I got something mixed in there, that's okay. Then I'm going to come back with my teal and go over that white. Oh, that is pretty. I didn't know what I was doing, but I was giving it a shot. And I like it a lot. A lot. So I'm thinking in here we're going to kind of do the same thing. So let's go ahead and start with that. And we started with the teal, so let's work our way up with the teal. And that leg is not there, so right on the edge of his breast, I'm going to run that teal. Just give it a real good press in there. Okay, and then we did the blue. My pencil is taller than my camera is closer than my pencil is tall. So I'm sorry. Try to lean it out, not keep hitting you. So I'm just letting some of this color just kind of take a hold. But yet, I want the rest of this Put a little tiny bit every once in a while into the teal. I think we're gonna call that good. Can work on a little more later if we want to, but let's see how it plays out. I love that. I just love it. Yep. I'm happy. It's my little grandson when he was a little kid. Now he's almost 30. Maybe 30 by now. I don't see. Yep. Very definitely. Anyway, everybody went into town. They lived out in the country, and I was staying there with him. So he wanted to stay home, and so he was sitting in his little chair up against the wall by the sliding glass door, and he was rocking back and forth, and he was going, I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy. I'm not sure what he was thinking, but he was happy. I think sometimes we have to think more that not much makes us happy. Just being content sometimes is a happiness. Okay, I'm just going to interchange these colors into all of these different feathers. And I don't want to do a lot of mixing. I want some of these colors to stand out on their own. We can come back in and shade this a little bit with either purple or probably the purple, one of the purples. Just he's got a lot of stuff going on that's not just feathers. We can bring some color in with the flowers, because he's got flowers at the end of his tail and flowers around his neck. I watched a video by, I think it's Coloring F, just the letter F, and she was using different gesso and Daniel's medium, like a gesso, but it's a different kind, and she was doing it on her pages so that to see if it helps if you want to do some markers, watercolors, etc. And she just did 3 different examples, one on the back, of the page, painted it, and it did nothing. It didn't help at all. I thought that would have helped. And then she did just the gesso on one, and she did the Daniel's I ordered the Daniel one. And then she took a sponge brush and she, maybe if I move it over a little bit, it'll help. Anyway, and she just painted the page with the sponge brush. And tried to keep the lines out. She said the gesso was kind of grainy, like a real soft sandpaper. But she said the Daniels one was very much better. Just like a small dust on top of your paper, something, not sandpaper. So then she tested them by using markers and just watercolors, different things, and none of them bled through. So I thought, okay, I am going to order them and see for myself. So I ordered the Daniels. I think I have some generic gesso here. But I thought, I have my Intense pencils by Duart that are just beautiful to watercolor with. And watercoloring does take longer than the pencils for me. So but I do have different ones that I really want to try. I think I'm going to ignore those for now. I don't like how that just... So be looking for that in a near future video. Because I don't like my paper all wrinkly, and that was something it hardly did. And she used quite a bit of water, which I usually don't. I try to not use as much water and just let it okay. I don't like those dots. I think I need to sharpen it. He is going to be one pretty chicken. Rooster. Sorry, Mr. Rooster. Rooster. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Oh, my eye itches. I bought me 2 pairs. I have them sitting there for quite a while, thinking they're going to ripen up. I went to have one for breakfast, and oh my gosh, it was still so hard. So I bought one of those little tiny watermelons. Thought, okay, well that's what I'll have for breakfast. Yuck. I'm so tired of buying things that have no taste, and you're paying, I think I paid $5 for that little watermelon. I mean, it wasn't horrendously horrible, but it wasn't great. I was very disappointed. But I ate it. I should have taken it back, is what I should have done. All right. That blue is almost out of place, so I'm just going to darken it. Okay. Wonder what we're going to do with these feathers. Isn't they pretty? It always just makes me so happy to watch the magic happen on the paper. Alright, I'm just picking a couple of greens and sharpening my pencils. And what do we got? Moss green is kind of dark. I'll hang on to that. Give it a little sharpen. And then what other color do we want? Let's grab these little short pencils. What do we got? Lemon peel, apple. Those are both good. My favorites. And now for one. These are just a thought, not sure what I'll use. I'm looking for that one. There we go. Color's this one, yeah. I like this chartreuse one. Okay, let's do these leaves. And I think I'll start with my chartreuse. Kind of do one side of the leaves. Oh, we can make our flowers any color. I think these are feathers in here, so maybe I need to go back and do something with them. And let's do, while we're in here, these little things in the chartreuse. I don't know what color I'm going to make the flowers, but that's okay. Like that. And then let's do the lemon peel. I'm leaving a little bit of it. Kind of doing the end and a little on the side. And then we'll do one darker color, and that'll be our 3 colors. You notice even on my chicken, 3 colors. Rooster, Rooster, Georgia, Rooster. I do know the difference. All right, let's try a little moss green. This might be too dark, but let's see. Oops, we forgot one of these. I was just going to darken a little bit in the center. Now let's come back and finish that one. I see some feathers here and there, so let's grab our teal and okay, where is our teal? There it is. Okay, so now the decision. What color do the flowers want to be? I'm looking. Opera pink. How about pink? The pinks would go in with these. It just seems like it's kind of not finished right in there. That's better. All right, well, let's try it. Whoops. Let's do this. There's like a little line in here. Some have a double line and some don't have anything, so I'm just pretending like they both do. Okay, I like that. Now let's find what color would be pretty. I don't know if this will work. This is a castle or I kind of like it. This is Castle Art Petunia Pink. Then we'll take our pink and just highlight the edges. This is one of the pastels. And against our darker colors, I think this will be pretty. And there we got another spot. Where is our teal? Teal, teal, teal. Where are you? There you are. I'm just going to fill it in. It's almost like a orange sickle, popsicle kind of thing with the orange on the outside and the ice cream in the center. I seen somebody with those the other day and I thought, oh, they still do make them. I go to the store, I'm gonna have to look that one up and see if we got them. I remember as a kid, I thought they were the best thing ever in the world. All right, now I'm going to come back with my pink again and just barely get the edges. I don't want it dark. I just want it to kind of highlight my edges. Can you see the difference? You probably can't on camera, but it just gives it just a tiny bit. I'm going to sharpen it. There, now I can get in there a little bit better. Just right on the edge. Any place I leave white, I'm going to hit it with this pink. Maybe we'll use this same concept on the little flowers on his tail. Okay, so now we're going to work on this part. And I think we're going to go back to our, put my greens down, put my flower colors in with that. Move things over a little bit. So in here, I think, let's get them in. There we go. All right, so we've used more teal over here. So which one is this one? We got purple and we got deep purple. So I wonder, whoops, almost dropped it. Thank you, I didn't drop it. I wonder, let's try this. The deep purple on the bottom. Let's see what happens if we use the, that's going to be too close, okay. But I like this concept of doing half and half. So, do we have a light purple? I'm looking. Deep, but that's kind of a mauve. You know what, that would work because it's a different shade. So let's use our deep purple and our mauve. So I'm going to have to pay attention to what I'm doing here. Okay, and we just come through here and give this a good little, do that because I don't know. I think this will be pretty. Yep, you can see okay. Okay. So I want to come out just enough to get past the same color that I'm going to be coloring with. I can go down into it. Like that. Just past the tip of that one. Oh, he is going to be one colorful bird, isn't he? This one's almost easier to color it feather by feather. Just trying to go over it enough so I don't have to come back and go over it again. And you can go over that first one because this one is the lighter color. And it's not going to hide it. The blank spaces I'm just filling in. Oops, we got a couple more that we've already done. Let's finish the job. And that does pick up some of the color from his neck. Okay. Okay, there are some leaves starting to come in, but I'm gonna So if you don't have these colors, if you don't have these pencils, just find colors that will match or come very close to it. You don't have to go buy Castle Art pencils, although I love them. If you need some extra ones. The Bufanda, anyway, I think those will be the next ones when I run out of colors here that I will fill in with. because they're about half the price. And as far as the ones that I got that are pastels, I really like them. They color just as nice as these. They're close to the Prisma. I think the more you color, though, the more you get used to your pencils. I just remember some of the problems that I was having in the beginning. It's like, oh, I hate these pencils. And now when I switch around, I can hardly tell the difference. And maybe it's because I've learned to stop pressing so hard and let the pencil do the coloring. Although I still press, I still find myself manhandling my pencils sometimes. That makes sense. Now, didn't that make a pretty little plume on his little back end? I think I'm out of the frame, but there we go. Oh, I like that. Isn't that pretty? Now the question is, are we supposed to make these look like green leaves? Or do we want to make them just keep going on like we are? So I think these, there's a certain, I'm going to keep going using the same colors. Let me find my teals. And let's make room for the color book pencils. I'm going to get this back in here. Get me a drink of my water. And I think we'll continue with the blues and the teals now. So we started with the dark. Well, let's do it the opposite, because now we're working with the purples. I'm going to come out with the teal. And get that good and dark back in there. Bringing it out past the purples. And let's see if we can just kind of do like we did. And then work into all three of the colors. I'm just coloring it until it gets really bright. Come back over the blue. And then the teals. I think that will be beautiful. And see, blue. I like that. And then our purple. All right, so let's do our teal one more time. And this one needs to come up a little farther, I think. It's really reinforcing that color. Going over it and over it until it's bright. Oops. I'm kind of out of the frame there a little bit. Just keep going over it and over it until it gets, I always say until it gets like velvet. You always think it's looks good, but then next thing you know, it's not. I think that'll look very pretty. The magic is happening. Okay. Okay. We're getting there. This is turning out to be one handsome rooster. Trying not to hit the camera, come underneath. Trying to get you. There we go. These are just a little bit different, so I don't know if I'm gonna kind of leave them like this or what I'm gonna do. We're going to make these the same colors we did the flowers around his neck. Give them all a little sharpen. They're getting kind of towards the end. Let's see, we did that one backwards, but that's okay. It'll kind of blend out with these. All right, so we got the regular leaf. No, it's... And let's do it backwards too. Woohoo, this is one pretty bird. Okay, let's see, we did this with the teal. And then we did the purple, and then we did the blue at the end. I think. It doesn't matter, it's going to be pretty. It's all coming together. Keep on working it, and it's gonna be beautiful. Kids around here are crazy with these loud fireworks. I've never heard anything so loud in my life. They sound like guns going off. Last year oh my gosh, they scared me so bad for a little while. And then I found out that they were just loud fireworks. And I'm like, okay. But still. I think they come over from Mexico. I'm not sure. I don't even see any fireworks stands around here. Alright, so this one we're going to do backwards. And then we got this little blue one under here. Oh, we're doing pretty good. Okay. I'll do a little blue and a little teal. A little teal and a little blue. And I think we'll come down in here with a little teal. It's a bigger leaf. Come up with some blue. This now is one leaf at a time. One feather or whatever they are. And we'll come back and color those little flowers. Alright, so we did the teal. So these need some blue in them. And the purple on the end. Let's brighten that blue up some more. I'm sorry. I'm knocking you guys around again. Let's come in here with the blue. I guess that was the teal. Or the teal. Just keep All right, we just got a few more and then the flowers. So is this the blue? I want to go to the teal. And I think I'm going to put a frame around this little guy. Okay. So down here we do the teal. And then the blue. All right. Change that up a little bit so that blue will stand out. All right. Better switch to the teal. All right, so I think on our little flowers, let's see if I can find the, yeah, I'm going to go ahead with the chartreuse. I'm going to color all these little things down here, and if there's anything hanging out of the flower, it's going to get it too. And then that way it will kind of match. And we're going to do them in pink and that orangey pink. Sometimes it's a little hard for me because I'm a realistic person. Okay. I think I got them all. So now I'm going to, I'm just going to color them all real quick. Make sure I'm in the frame, and I think I am. With this petunia pink. This is Castle Art Pastels. Let's see, if you have pastels, I'm sure one of the colors is going to be close to these. And then we're going to come back in with that pink and just highlight them a little bit. I'm trying to remember to move my picture so my little chubby hand is not. In the way of the pencil. Okay. Man, I need a little drink. So let's start again. Keep moving these jars. I'm just going to go right around the edge. Maybe a little bit in the center, but not. We're just barely. Even do just one side and split it. Okay. It's going to be fun to put all of those colors into this one. Alright, so now I'm going to raise you guys up. See if I can get you higher. You're on this little thing that I bend. Okay, let's see what happens now. So, because I want you to see the whole rooster and how I'm going to do the frame. And so I just want to kind of color this in a little bit. Little specks. And I'm going to just take a little bit of giving him a little platform to stand on. Just mixing up my feet colors to just kind of give him something to stand on. It's kind of like that. So now if I can find my ruler, I moved it, there it is. So I have a ruler, and it's about 1 inch wide. So what I'm going to do is lay it right in the corner, and I'm going to take my pencil, wherever my pencil is, regular pencil, there's one. I see it up higher. So trying to move all these other ones out of the way. Alright, this is just a lead pencil. And I'm going to lay this right in the corner. And I'm going to put it at the top, and I'm going to start 1 inch down, wherever my bird is. I am going to go around him. And I'm going to stop 1 inch from the bottom. And I'm going to do the same on this other side. Turn it over. Line it up with my page. I'm going to pull this paper out so I'm not so I'm lining it up with my page on the top and the bottom so that it lines up all the way around. And 1 inch, I'm going to go up. I'm going to go through my flowers and make sure this is moved down just a little bit, because these pages aren't exact. And I'm going to stop on the 9. Okay. Then I'm going to do the same at the bottom. I'm going to line it up like that. And I'm going to come in, skip over his little leg, and come over. then you can erase. Make sure you're not pressing hard. Now we're going to do the same at the top. Line it up with the very top. And then I just press down hard on my ruler. And I will pull this across. And right into there. And again, erase. All right, so now I'm going to find a black marker. I think this is a size 5. Looks like it. So the hardest part is not to go, I'm going to put my ruler back, but I'm going to put it just a hair on the inside of this, of our pencil line. And I mean just a hair. Alright, so now I can't see, there it is. I can't see that. And for some reason, it's looking, see how it's, I don't know if you can see that pencil line, but on the top and the bottom, it's lined up. So what I'm going to do is ignore the pencil line. And you want a black marker that is going to not skip. And you're just going to come down here. And try to go over anything in the way. Skip over it, don't go over it. Okay, so now we're at the very end, and I'm going to come down here and be very careful to stop. Stop at that point. Now we can come back and erase our line. That's not a big deal. So we're going to do it again on this side. And we're just going to be just a tiny bit. Just make sure the top and the bottom are the same. So you want to start right exactly at the corner and stop. And the same down here, from corner to corner now. And that you're only leaving the width of your pen. Stop at his foot, pick up and go over, and go really slow and stop at the corner. Now you can already see how nice that makes a nice little frame. So just make sure your corners to corners are pretty straight. And you just want to lean your pen right up against your ruler. Like that. And then when it dries, just make sure it's dry. But doesn't that make a nice frame? And it just kind of, you can leave parts of your bird out or whatever you're doing. And then just come in with whatever eraser you got. But make sure it's dry. I know it dries quick, but You just want to come in and erase like that. And I think all the rest is pretty much covered up. I think we did a very good job. So what do you think about our rooster? I think he just turned out so pretty. Hope you enjoyed this. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. I know it's summer and a lot of people are outside doing yard work and activities and stuff, but there's some of us that still want to cuddle her. So thank you all for watching, and remember, you're amazing and you're beautiful, and no one but no one. Don't let anyone put you down. You just keep on keeping on. Love you all. Bye.